You're not just aging, you're disappearing. Muscle, strength, stability, gone. Quietly. Every single day. And most people over 60 have absolutely no idea it's happening. It's called sarcopenia, and it's a medical emergency hiding in plain sight. You won't feel it at first. No warning signs. No pain. But then, one day, you can't get up without using your hands. You lose your balance walking to the bathroom. You trip, and you don't get back up. That's how it starts. And here's the terrifying part. It's happening to nearly every senior alive. Studies show that up to 50% of adults over 80 have already lost half their muscle mass. And by the time you notice it, you could already be in the danger zone. But here's what 99% of people over 60 don't know. You can stop sarcopenia. Reverse it. Completely. And no, you don't need fancy equipment. You just need the right movements, done the right way, at the right time. And today, I'm going to give you exactly that. We're counting down the top 5 exercises scientifically proven to rebuild muscle, restore balance, and literally fight off the effects of aging. These aren't trends. They're lab-tested, senior-approved, and doctor-recommended. The number 1 exercise on this list. It's been shown to boost strength and functional independence by 94% in just a few weeks. Yet almost no one over 60 is doing it. The information in this video is backed by real science. We've spent hours digging through peer-reviewed research, and every single reference is linked in the description below. Before we dive in, drop a comment. Have you noticed your strength slipping lately? What was the moment you realized it? Now let's get into the first exercise, and why skipping it could cost you the one thing aging wants to take the most: your freedom. Number 5. Standing calf raises. Let's kick off our list with a move you've probably seen 100 times and maybe even dismissed. But standing calf raises are far more powerful than they look, especially if you're over 60. You see, your calf muscles aren't just there for appearance. They're your body's built-in shock absorbers. Every time you take a step, especially on uneven ground or stairs, your calves stabilize your ankles and knees. Weak calves. That's a fast track to falls. And for seniors, falls aren't just painful, they're dangerous. In fact, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and weak lower leg muscles are a major contributor. Standing calf raises are incredibly simple to do. You just rise up onto the balls of your feet, then slowly lower yourself down. But the magic isn't in the movement, it's in the control. When done slowly and with full focus, this exercise fires up your gastrocnemius and soleus, the 2 main calf muscles. These muscles don't just help you walk, they help you walk confidently. And studies support this. One trial published in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation showed that seniors who performed calf raises 3 times a week for 6 weeks improved their balance scores by 39%. That's a massive improvement, especially for such a small movement. Now you might be wondering, how can I make this more effective? First, always use a stable surface like the back of a chair or a wall. Stand tall, engage your core, and slowly lift up and lower down. To increase intensity, you can do it on 1 foot at a time, or stand on a small step to allow a deeper range of motion. The key is consistency. Aim for at least 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, 3 to 4 times a week. One more benefit. Calf raises pump blood back up toward the heart, which supports circulation, especially if you're dealing with cold feet or swelling. And because they require no equipment and can be done anywhere, you have no excuse not to try them. It's not the flashiest exercise, but if you're serious about rebuilding your strength from the ground up, literally, this is where you start. And now it's time to move to the next level. Number 4. Wall push-ups. Let's take things up a notch with an exercise that surprises a lot of people. I'm talking about wall push-ups. Now I know what you might be thinking. Push-ups? At my age? But hear me out, because wall push-ups are not only doable for people over 60, they might be one of the most underrated muscle-building tools you have. Why? because they target some of the most important muscle groups for maintaining independence as you age: your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core. These are the same muscles you use to push yourself out of a chair, open a heavy door, carry groceries, or even catch yourself during a fall. And when they're weak, everyday tasks become harder and more dangerous. Wall push-ups offer all the benefits of traditional push-ups, but with less stress on your joints. That means no pressure on your wrists, no struggling to get down to the floor, and no risking injury. And the science backs this up. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that older adults who performed upper body resistance training for 10 weeks increased their upper body strength by 30 to 50%, even when using modified exercises like wall push-ups. So how do you do them right? Stand facing a wall about arm's length away. Place your hands flat on a wall, just below shoulder height. Keep your feet firmly planted and your body straight. Then, slowly bend your elbows and lean your chest toward the wall, pause, and push back. That's one rep. But again, the secret is in the control. Don't rush it. A slow count of 3 seconds in and 3 seconds out is ideal. That tempo engages the muscles fully and prevents momentum from doing the work for you. To make it more challenging as you improve, move your feet farther away from the wall. That increases the angle and adds more body weight resistance. Another variation is using a sturdy countertop instead of a wall. That's called an incline push-up, and it brings you one step closer to doing it on the floor if that's ever your goal. But the goal here isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small improvements in upper body strength can drastically reduce the risk of falls and improve your ability to live independently. The British Journal of Sports Medicine highlighted that seniors with stronger upper bodies had 41% fewer hospitalizations due to falls. That's huge. That's the kind of number that keeps you out of the emergency room and in control of your life. So if you want to build strength you can feel in your arms, shoulders, and even your posture, without equipment, without a gym, and without risk, wall push-ups should be in your weekly routine. Let's keep going. The next one targets a muscle group that's often forgotten, but absolutely essential. Number 3. Glute bridges. Now let's talk about a move that targets one of the most ignored yet powerful muscle groups in the entire body, the glutes. And no, this isn't just about looks. Your glute muscles, especially the gluteus maximus, are the foundation for almost every lower body movement you make. Walking, standing up, climbing stairs, maintaining posture, all of it starts from the hips. That's why glute bridges are a game changer for anyone over 60 trying to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia. Here's something that might surprise you. Research from the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that strengthening the glutes in seniors not only improved walking speed by 19%, but also reduced the risk of falls by 37%. And that's just by activating and training the backside, an area that tends to weaken quickly with age, especially in people who sit for long periods of time. So what are glute bridges and why are they so effective? Picture this. You're lying on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the ground, arms at your sides. From that position, you push through your heels and lift your hips up toward the ceiling while squeezing your glutes tight at the top. Then slowly lower yourself back down. It might look simple, but this one move engages your glutes, hamstrings, lower back, and even your core all at once. It's like a full lower body workout in one smooth, low-impact motion. To get the best results, the key is tension and control. Don't just lift and drop your hips. You want to feel each part of the movement. When you lift, drive through your heels, not your toes. When you lower, do it slowly. And always pause at the top for a second or two while squeezing your glutes. That squeeze is what tells your brain to activate the muscle fully. Over time, this improves your ability to stand, walk, and stay balanced. If lying on the ground is difficult for you, no worries. You can start by doing a version of this exercise from a better couch. As you get stronger, increase the number of reps, hold the top longer, or even add light resistance like a pillow or water bottle on your hips. And if you're already mobile, doing glute bridges daily can noticeably improve your posture and lower back support, especially if you've been dealing with stiffness. This isn't just theory. A study in clinical interventions in aging tracked seniors who did glute activation exercises 3 times a week and found significant improvements in both balance and coordination, two of the biggest predictors of independence in aging adults. So don't skip this one. Strong glutes are the secret to moving with power and confidence, and all it takes is a few minutes a day. Now let's move to number 2, and this one engages nearly every muscle in your body. Number 2, chair squats. If there's one movement that defines independence in your later years, it's your ability to get up and sit down without help. And that's exactly why chair squats earned the number 2 spot on this list. This one simple motion is more than just a leg workout. It's a direct reflection of how strong, stable, and self-sufficient you really are. Think about it. Every time you get out of a chair, out of bed, off the toilet, or into a car, you're doing a squat. So it's not just exercise, it's life practice. And when those muscles weaken, everything becomes harder, even dangerous. In fact, studies show that lower body weakness is the number one predictor of loss of mobility in people over 60. But here's the good news: you can rebuild that strength. One research paper from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that older adults who performed sit-to-stand exercises 3 times a week improved their lower body strength by 53% in just 8 weeks. That's a massive gain for a small investment of time. Chair squats are easy to understand, and they don't require a gym or any equipment. Just find a stable chair that doesn't move. Sit down, feet flat, knees at a 90-degree angle. Cross your arms over your chest or hold them out in front of you. Now slowly stand up using only your legs, not your hands. Then slowly sit back down. That's 1 rep. The slower you do it, the more your muscles have to work. This targets your quads, hamstrings, glutes, and core all in one go. To make it more effective, you can pause for a second at the bottom before standing back up. This helps eliminate any momentum and forces your muscles to engage fully. As you improve, aim to do more reps or reduce how much you rely on the chair. If you're feeling confident, try hovering just above the chair before sitting back down. That extra second of control makes a big difference. One of the best things about chair squats is how quickly they transfer into daily life. People who couldn't get out of chairs without using their hands have reported doing it with ease after just a couple of weeks of consistent practice. A study in disability and rehabilitation even found that chair squat programs reduced fall risk by over 40% in seniors, while improving confidence, speed, and reaction time. And let's not forget the psychological benefit. Being able to move confidently in and out of chairs without help can do wonders for your mental state. It boosts independence, self-worth, and overall quality of life. So if you're serious about building real strength where it matters most, this is your move. And now we've reached number 1, the most important, most powerful exercise for reversing sarcopenia. And the science behind it is absolutely wild. Number 1, farmer's walk, loaded carries. Here it is, our number 1 most powerful, most underused exercise to rebuild muscle and fight sarcopenia after 60. And guess what? It's not complicated. It's not trendy. In fact, it's so basic, so natural, that our ancestors did it daily, without ever calling it a workout. It's called the farmer's walk, or what professionals call a loaded carry. Now don't be fooled by how simple it sounds. This movement engages more muscle groups at once than almost any other resistance or body weight exercise. And it's not just about building muscle, it's about restoring how your body is supposed to move. The farmer's walk is functional, meaning it trains your body to do real-world things better, like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, picking up your grandkids, or even just walking without wobbling. Let's break it down. The movement is simple. Pick up a weight in each hand. Anything that has some heft to it. Dumbbells? Great. 2 heavy water bottles? That works too. Grocery bags with cans inside? Perfect. Even 2 jugs of milk. The tool doesn't matter. The effort does. Once you've got your weights, stand up tall. Roll your shoulders back. Brace your core like someone's about to poke you in the stomach. Then walk forward, slowly, deliberately, controlled, not rushing, not leaning, just walking like someone who owns the space they're in. It might look like you're just walking, but inside your body, everything is firing. Your grip is working overtime to hold the weights. Your forearms are engaged. Your shoulders are stabilizing. Your core is locking down to protect your spine. Your hips are aligning. Your glutes and hamstrings are firing. And your legs, they're driving you forward with control and purpose. This is total body activation without a machine, without a gym, and without needing to get on the floor. And the benefits, they're off the charts. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Aging Research found that older adults who performed loaded carries just a few times per week improved their overall strength, posture, walking speed, and balance by 47% in only 6 weeks. That's not minor. That's a total reversal of decline. That's the difference between living independently and needing daily help. Another study from McMaster University showed that bone density increased by 9.6% in seniors who regularly performed weighted carries. For anyone at risk of osteoporosis or fractures, that number is life-changing. Stronger bones mean fewer breaks, and fewer breaks mean more freedom, more confidence, and more years of movement. And here's something even more surprising. Grip strength, the power of your hands and forearms, improved by 28%. Why does that matter? Because grip strength is now recognized as one of the strongest predictors of longevity in older adults. The stronger your grip, the longer and healthier you tend to live. That's not theory. That's science. Let's talk about how to do it right. Start with something light. 2 equal weight objects. You don't need to lift heavy on day one. In fact, it's better if you don't. Stand tall. Hold your weights at your sides. Pull your shoulders slightly back. Engage your stomach like you're tightening a belt. Now take small, slow, steady steps forward. Walk in a straight line for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then stop. Rest. Breathe. And repeat. If you're indoors or don't have much space, no problem. Walk forward, pause, turn around slowly, and walk back. The secret isn't distance, it's control. You want to move without wobbling, without leaning side to side. The more stable and upright you stay, the more your deep muscles fire. As you get stronger, increase the time, then the weight. Over time, you can work up to longer carries, heavier loads, and more total sets. Some people even do asymmetrical carries, holding one heavy weight on one side only to train the obliques and hips. But keep it simple at first. Perfect the basic walk. Build the foundation. And here's the real magic. This exercise strengthens everything aging tries to take away. Your posture, your balance, your coordination, your endurance, your reaction time, your joint alignment. Even your breathing becomes more efficient. It's all in the walk. That's why the farmer's walk isn't just exercise. It's a survival skill. It's one of the most functional, practical, and empowering movements you can do. It's proof that even the simplest action, done consistently, can completely reshape your body and your future. You don't need a gym. You don't need a trainer. You don't even need motivation. You just need to pick something up and walk. That's how you fight sarcopenia. That's how you reclaim your strength. And that's how you protect your freedom, one step at a time. You've just seen the 5 most powerful exercises to rebuild your strength, fight off muscle loss, and take control of your body after 60. These aren't just workouts. They're your line of defense against falling, fragility, and losing your independence. Because the truth is, sarcopenia doesn't wait. But if you start today, you can reverse it. Even if you've been inactive for years, even if you've already lost strength, it's not too late. Science shows that seniors who train smart, even just a few minutes a day, can restore muscle, regain balance, and feel years younger. You just have to start. So now it's your turn. Which of these 5 exercises will you try first? Comment below. I read everyone. And if you've already started training, let us know how it's going. Your story might just inspire someone else to take that first step. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more science-based, senior-focused health content that actually works. Because this isn't just about living longer, it's about living stronger. Your future isn't written yet, but starting today, you get to write it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching.